Hello and welcome everyone. In this British English accent training video, I'm going to talk about a table or a chart that you can find in the notes section. This will be in the YouTube description or below the video on the other websites. You will find there a big table or chart, and it says at the top Anglo-EU Translation Guide. And it explains what British people mean when they say particular expressions, because what we mean is different from the logical meaning of the sentence. First of all, thank you to my friend Joe Kelly for sharing this with me. Unfortunately, I don't know who the original author is, so I can't give them credit because I simply don't know, but if I ever find out, credit and thanks to them, especially because I think they did a good job here in explaining some expressions that we say, but because British people tend to be polite or something, even if they don't mean it. These expressions typify this. So let's have a look. Please check out the table and we'll go through it. There are 3 columns. The left-hand side is what the British say, so this is literally what I would say. In the middle is what we actually mean, and the right-hand side is what other people would think we mean, so what you might think we mean. So what I'm going to do is just talk through each line. I'll say the left one first, then the right one, and finally the middle one. I think it makes more sense that way. So the emphasis here is not so much on pronunciation or accent, more on just helping you understand more about British people. And like I said, as a British person, I think that all of these are correct to some extent. Not all the time, of course, but a lot of the time we might say these things and we will actually mean what is written in the middle column. So let's start off. When I say, I hear what you say, this should mean that I accept your point of view, but it often means I disagree and do not want to discuss it further. The reason for this is that we don't like what you said, but we try to be polite and we don't want to tell you. So for that first line, I've gone from the left box to the right box, then finally in the middle one. I hope it's clear. Now I will continue. The second one, with the greatest respect. It should mean that I am listening to you. But what it might mean is that I think you are an idiot. So I am saying the greatest respect. I am overcompensating because really I don't have any respect for you at all, but I don't want to tell you that so plainly. Thirdly, the one below, this one's really important. That's not bad. So you would think that it means that that's poor. However, it actually means that's good. This often happens. If you were to say to me, how are you? I would say, oh, not bad, thanks. And I would actually mean, I'm fine, I'm good. So that one is especially important, I think. And it's quite true that we always say that and we mean it's good. That is a very brave proposal. You might think, oh, he thinks I'm brave, I have courage. But we actually mean you are insane. We mean you are too brave, your idea is rubbish, but at least we appreciate that you are still willing to try it and believe in it. If I say quite good, you might think it means quite good, but actually means a bit disappointing. So for example, if we were at a restaurant, I say, oh, that meal was quite good, I would actually mean it was rubbish, to be honest. I would suggest. You might think it means think about the idea, but do what you like. But what it means is that for what we suggest, you should do it, or we will be upset, so you will have to justify yourself. So again, this is us being a bit polite. I would suggest, but actually we mean I think you have to do this. Oh, incidentally, or by the way. So you would think, oh, it's not very important because it's something extra to what we were discussing. But actually, it means the primary purpose of our discussion is. So it sounds like we are just mentioning something at the end, but actually it's really important. But maybe we don't want to tell it so bluntly again. I was a bit disappointed. It might mean it doesn't really matter, but what it actually means is I am annoyed about it. And this is true. Again, I'm a bit disappointed. We are trying to sound polite, but really we mean that it's a big problem for us. Very interesting. So you might think, oh, they are impressed. But what we mean is that is clearly nonsense. There are many examples, but some of them are quite rude, so I won't say any, but that is very true. If we say, oh, that's very interesting. For example, we might be watching a film with a girl, speaking as a guy, and we're watching some awful film and we just want to fall asleep or something. But at the end we will say, oh, that was very interesting, even though we just want to sleep, or we would have preferred to have watched something else which wasn't so awfully boring. I'll bear it in mind. You would think they will probably do it, but what it actually means is I've forgotten it already. So I'm saying I'll bear it in mind, but actually I won't. Bear it in mind is kind of a non-committal expression. It means I'll think about it, but what we really mean is I couldn't care less. What a load of old rubbish. Below that, I'm sure it's my fault. You would think, oh, why do they think it was their fault? What we actually mean is it's your fault. So see, I'm sure, so we're emphasizing that I would be emphasizing it's my fault, even though I believe that it's not my fault, it's probably yours. This one again is very important below it. You must come for dinner. So you would think, oh good, they're going to invite me for dinner soon. But the actual meaning is it's not an invitation, I'm just being polite. That is very true, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, we are a bit rude like that. I almost agree. So you will think, okay, they are nearly in agreement. But again, what we would mean is, I don't agree at all. You are talking rubbish. But we don't want to tell you that. So we will say, I almost agree. I only have a few minor comments. This would be, for example, in work, or if you did something for school, like coursework. So you would think, he has found a few typos. A typo is a typographical error. So you would think he has found a few small mistakes, no problem. But what we actually mean is, please rewrite it completely. Your work is rubbish, it's awful, I hate it. You have to do it all again. And finally, could we consider some other options? You would think, oh, they have not yet decided. But again, what we mean is, I don't like your idea, it's absolute rubbish. Let's find something else that we can choose. So that finishes the table. I hope that the explanations were clear. Please check out all the websites above that in the notes section. On the YouTube channel there are quite a few videos now. You're welcome to watch them all. So thank you for watching. See you next time.